Hey everyone, it's Julie Sherwood with Your Best Hopes Wellness Coaching. So, we are in this season of crazy time and frenzied activity. And so I wrote a little blog about that. And I want to talk about following our own natural rhythms. So, in this season of frenzy and stress and constant striving to make it all perfect, I'm finding out that more and more people are becoming sick, exhausted, and simply unwilling to go along with the expectations of the season. So if we roll back about 100 years, couple hundred years ago, a couple generations ago, and we think about what our ancestors were doing this time of year. And in the Northern Hemisphere, this is our winter season. And I took a look in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and among its key definitions for winter was a period of inactivity or decay. Yet during this time of year, we've been culturally programmed by our society to be in a state of nonstop shopping, parties, decorating, baking, eating, consuming at a level of gluttony not seen just mere decades ago. So it's no wonder our bodies are shutting down and saying, enough. We are not meant to be in a state of high bustle this time of year. The natural rhythms ask us to be quiet, reflective, and honor that period of inactivity. Even many of the animals know this. They hibernate to replenish and restore themselves for the new life brought on by spring. They get quiet, they stop, they rest, and they're in a state of just being. So when we ignore these natural rhythms, we end up being forced to stop in a way where we can't ignore it. We get sick, our bodies shut down, and we have no choice but to rest. Makes you wonder why this time of year we have flu and colds and other illnesses. It's because we don't listen to these natural rhythms. And by the way, notice that many of these illnesses are respiratory in nature. It's because we don't stop to breathe. We've been on a roller coaster of constant activity and consuming in order to keep up with the Joneses. If we don't have more, do more, consume more, we are trained to believe that we are less than, and no more so than this time of year from November till January. So after myself, having been hit recently with my own body's demand and stop and just be, I really began to reflect on this. How did we get here? Why do we allow ourselves to become rundown, depressed, disillusioned, and ridden with debt? And the bigger question is, how do we break this cycle? I think the answer is simple to know, but actually quite difficult to execute. The answer is to start saying no more. No more frenzy, no more stress, no more complexity, no more buying of things we honestly don't need. No more cooking and baking as if we're preparing for an army. No more. The words are easy, but wherein lies the difficulty is the belief that we have to worry about what others think when we make this decision to say no more. What will they think of me if I don't have my house all decked out for the holidays? What will happen if I don't send Christmas cards to all the people who've sent them to me, but instead pick up the phone and give them a call? Will I be ostracized for not going on a shopping spree to match everyone dollar for dollar and choosing instead to give a gift of time spent together? We've been set up by advertising, marketing, and now social media to see ourselves as failures if we don't meet the demand of the ostentatious holiday. We're horrible parents if we don't buy our kids the latest craze on the market. We're horrible, awful friends if we don't exchange in quid pro quo fashion. We're that neighbor if we don't run around to all of the surrounding houses with baskets laden with dozens and dozens of cookies and candies. So we comply out of fear. We push ourselves to the brink of exhaustion for weeks and weeks to make the storybook tale come true for mere hours on one day a year. We put on the brave face when many of us would much rather curl up with those we love, having them close to us, and be together without all the hoopla. I know it's a bit late in the game now, just being a few days away from the holiday weekend, but I challenge you even now to exercise those words no more. Even if it's just a little here and a little there. Choose instead to honor your own natural rhythms of quiet, rest, and spending quality time with people rather than spending down your personal and material reserves. So say no more to trying to measure up to the expectations of others and instead give of your heart. And I'll venture to guess that you will find yourself going into the new year happier, healthier, and more content when you honor your own natural tempo of winter rest. So if you struggle to make these changes on your own and you hope to learn how to manage your personal rhythms, but need a little help, I'd be so happy to help you in a coaching conversation. Take a look at the personal stars of your chart and see what your natural rhythms are. Or if you have a little stuck energy that you just can't move and I can help you through Reiki, I'd be more than happy to connect with you. If you just go to my website, yourbesthopeswc.com, all of my services and contact information are right there for you. And I wish all of you a restful holiday season and replenished energies for the new year.